Hi, Gary. It's Uncle Extra Medium again. It must be Thursday night. Time for another episode of the hour before TNL.
Are you plain bored of woodworking? Get excited again with Fisheye's Make Your Own Sandpaper Kit. Fisheye's Sandpaper Kit comes with everything you see here. Just pick your paper, spread the glue, and shake on the sand. Voila! Beautiful handcrafted sandpaper. And if you act now, we'll include candy sprinkles absolutely free. What better way to say I love you than with a gift of sandpaper? Fisheye's Make Your Own Sandpaper Kit is just $19.99 wherever crappy gifts are sold.
Oh, that makes me laugh every time. I don't know what it is about sandpaper. Anyway, welcome to episode 54 of the hour before Thursday Night Live. It's October 27th, 2022, and we've got lots in store for you tonight. But before we get started, remember, no politics, religion, or racism. Those are the rules. And we expect kindness and respect from everybody on the panel and in the chat. So, boy, we've got a packed house there tonight. I'd like you to welcome ex-drone flyer, Jim Boshart.
Oh, funny, Gary. You
laugh. Hey, I got to thank you for the great T-shirt. There you go. I offered it to my daughter, who's a school teacher, and she said she can't wear that to school. So
no,
no,
it's not a dirty joke. It's just telling about the dirty joke.
Yeah, there you go. So, how you doing, Jim?
I'm surviving.
Yeah, after the big crash, eh?
Yep.
Yeah. We had a drone meetup on Monday at Rattlesnake Point near Milton, Ontario. And I had some trouble flying, and Jim had worse trouble flying.
Yeah, real bad trouble.
Yeah, nasty stuff. But we have a special guest tonight.
Very special. Very proud to have this guest on.
Yeah. We had a late cancellation. We were going to have Paul Brown from Wedge and Big on, but he's under the weather and not able to make it. And boy, stepping right up, man, oh man, one of the big YouTube stars.
Big YouTube star. That's what I am. Big YouTube star.
Well, hey man, you get more people have eyeballs on you than they have on me or Jim or.
Would you rather be a big boob tube star?
Yeah, no, because
well, we are.
now they make a lot of money, but then you have to start saying all sorts of stupid things every so often.
And don't be afraid if anybody ever says the word bird, we're not going to hear Dottie tonight.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure of that.
The picture,
or are we? Or are we?
The picture in the thumbnail today was of you hearing Dottie.
Oh God, yes.
I went back and caught that.
Well, and there's a funny story behind that because Ken, he started pulling that gag on me quite a bit, and I would intentionally go and try to find new stories that didn't have anything to do with birds, and he would still figure out a way to sneak in the birds, or God forbid, my friend Greg Kunert would go behind my back and send Ken an extra story that had a bird in it, just to make sure that I was going to get thrown under the bus,
under the bird bus.
But what was funny about it was that every single time he did that, he took a strike because the song, he couldn't use it the way that he wanted to use it because he kept getting strikes on it. And I was like, great, that's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that we won't have to hear the bird song anymore. And that's when he went to Dottie.
Yeah.
And then of course, what is it? What is his name? There's another gentleman that made another version of the song as well that he just recently used. That
El Smeghead.
Yeah, just almost just as awful.
Andy Cortez, yeah.
Yeah, that was wow. That.
Oh man, yeah, because Ken has an international audience and lots of viewers, so you're gonna have lots of contributions coming in.
Yeah, no, we had that was right there. I think was one of the funnier like trips that he would play or tricks that he would play on me. The only other one that I remember intently was my wife decided that she needed to come and interfere with the show. And all I knew was that she said that she wanted to be able to say hello. And I was like, okay, and I was going to queue up something where she could come in and say hello. And instead they came in and they hit me with, was it shaving cream? Just mounds and mounds of shaving cream, and I was like, great. That was not what I planned, but okay. Yeah. So, but great times on the show. A lot of fun.
Yeah. Now, how are you now with it being every second week? Is it a little pressure off?
Doing it weekly was a challenge. Not only for me, just making sure that I could find fresh news stories, which that's not easy in the drone world because it's not every week that new drone stuff comes out. So that was a challenge for me. And hats off to Greg Kunert for helping put together what we have as a news aggregator that I can use to go through, and it will parse out, millions of news stories. I can sit there and go through and find and cherry pick the very best stuff. So I give lots of credit to Greg for his skill on being able to develop that tool. But the other flip side of the coin was the amount of work that it put on Ken, because not only did he have to come up with guests, he had to have viewer videos, he had to have the giveaways, he had to have my news segment, he had to have a co-host, which in the early stages wasn't too bad. I mean, it wasn't too hard. Most of the time you always had Dana, or you always had, Ashley was there, and
Kelly Green.
Kelly Green.
Who?
But when he would do, yeah, you remember the fact that Kelly Green likes wrestling, and one of these days he's going to find you and put you in a leg hold. But anyway, the challenge for finding guests and finding co-hosts started becoming interesting, to say the least. But also, Ken wanted the freedom to be able to do more creative stuff. He wanted to do trips, and he wanted to be able to go places, and he wanted to shoot videos more. And doing the show weekly kind of limited him to how far he could go. Yeah. He tried doing some remote shows where, he would set up a remote station and do the shows remotely. I remember one time we even tried doing it off cell phones. And admittedly, those shows were less as entertaining as the normal shows. Yeah. And Ken is a perfectionist at what he does. He will not accept second best. And so if he can't do it perfectly, then he just won't do it. And it got to the point where he wanted the ability to get out and do more stuff. And if you watch his channel, some of the videos and things that he's had the freedom now to get out and go do are some absolutely fabulous videos. Yeah. Just the recent one with the Humvees, I could watch that over and over. It's mesmerizing.
Unbelievable.
Flying through the cars, because halfway through there you're sitting there and you stop and you're like, that chair's upside down, Evil
Knievel goes over them, he goes through them.
Yeah. And so that's the kind of stuff that Ken likes to do, and he needed the freedom to do that. So switching to the bi-weekly show allows us to find more content. Obviously, the last 2 or 3 shows, we've had a crap ton of news, because that's 2 weeks of stuff that I've pulled together from the aggregator. And then, it gives him time to be able to find co-hosts and find guests and collect up, I guess, a better quality of content that he can present. Yep. So this evening, I'm sure that he has something spectacular planned, as he always does. And I know that I've got a good helping of news. I will say that this week it's been a little bit more difficult to find news because of all of the stuff going on overseas with Ukraine. Yeah. They just dominate the news cycle, where, you'll have 100 stories about Iran submitting drones to Russia, or 50 stories of crashed Iranian drone has American parts in it, or just this long laundry list of news stories that you're like, that really doesn't apply to the audience that we have, it just doesn't. So,
a lot of it's kind of negative to our community. People now perceive us as bomb dropping mercenaries,
and it doesn't, it's also one of those things where if you have all of that as your only focus, right? Yeah. The innovation that we've come to love with drones, you lose the ability to get those stories. Yeah. And that's the stuff that I hunt for, is somebody doing something new with a drone that they didn't do last week.
Not another tube sock.
Yeah, no. Well, drone delivery will always be entertaining. Yeah. Because of either one, the different ways that they try to do it, because I don't think anybody's come up with a perfect way of delivering anything from a drone. But the other thing is that it's the variety of different companies that are dipping their feet into this. Mm-hmm. UPS, FedEx, U.S. Mail, the Russian mail drone was my favorite, where they were demonstrating and it took off and flew right into the side of the building. That was the kind of video you can't pay cash for,
No.
And then, the drones that would drop bags, and you're like, what if he ordered an iPhone? It's like, that's not cool,
Well, I can imagine the pizza slice being delivered and they drop it in a big pile of dog poop in my yard,
Well, and during COVID, people got real creative using drone delivery. You had people, bars would deliver beer to people's houses in the local constabulary with, a drone flying it, and they would make a video of that saying that was drone delivery when actually it was just one poor guy at the bar going, I think it's almost there. It's at Billy's house. I can't tell. It's a little blurry, so. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I love finding. And so out of respect for your show, I decided that I would cherry pick one brand new story that hasn't been shared anywhere just for you guys. Right.
So I can do this.
Yeah, you got a photograph I sent you.
Yeah, I got to see if I can present this. Let me just
Present.
Oh God! Now my mouse died. Oh no, there it is. Got it back. Okay.
I always like to challenge because Ken goes through the same thing with the Wirecast and everything, just trying to get it to what you would consider a basic thing, like showing a picture or video, and the heartache that man goes through with Wirecast is just I give him huge credit. So yeah, so this photograph is of a Airbus delivery drone, and this was doing a small scale demonstration of its future cargo copter, which is designed to transport 250 kilograms of payload across a maximum range of 300 kilometers. And this drone is part of a project with a rapid development X-Works team. And it's planned for military transport. So they're going to be using this to fly from ships to grounds to ships, etc. I know the Portuguese Navy has staged exercises with NATO, etc. So this is a drone that is a delivery system that is out there for military use.
Wow.
And that's not a small drone. That drone right there is if you compare it to the Fence, that's not a small drone.
No, that's for sure.
So, and according to Ken, the level of maturity that we need for carrying, cargo is, will it carry a toddler? And at 250 kilograms, I believe that we might be able to fit a couple of toddlers in that one. So,
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. And send them 300 kilometers. I could make it to the South Florida drone meetup in there.
Yeah, that's a long range drone. So
I don't weigh 250 kilograms.
Okay.
I think me and Jim both don't weigh 250.
Pushing it there.
That's the fun part about the flying, the drones that people are going to be able to ride in, like the E-Hang and such. You sit there and you see these drones and you're like, that looks like a lot of fun. And every single time they show a video of somebody getting into it, that's this nice, small, skinny person, getting into the thing and waving at you and smiling as he flies off. And I'm waiting for the video where they have the person of my stature, for instance, good 280, 300-pound man getting into there and sitting down and with that look of absolute sheer terror on his face as the thing doesn't lift off the ground. So yeah, that right there is I think the interesting challenge.
200 kilograms, that's like 450 pounds or so.
Yeah,
it's getting up there.
Yeah,
2.2 pounds on kilo.
Yeah, that's like a school bus full of toddlers.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get the FAA to use that as a level of measurement, but I think that since Ken has kind of laid the groundwork for that we should have the toddler level carry capacity for all drones.
Yeah.
So
Oh man, we've got a contest rolling tonight too, eh?
Yeah, but before everybody just jumps on the bandwagon here, there's only one left in the warehouse. One left in the warehouse. And it's an extra large. So if you're packing a lot of meat like Jeff and I, it ain't going to fit.
It fits me.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, you're not a pant load like me.
yes, you're not a what they call a special shopper on the Amazon big and tall section. So yes.
So the banner says it, hashtag t-shirt to win.
Yes, yes. Now you're in Texas, Jeff. How's things down in Texas? You
Well,
get some weather?
Yes, and this is the beautiful thing about Houston is that you get the best of both worlds. So this morning it was 40 something degrees outside. This afternoon it was 80. So, you know, it's one of those things where you need to bring a change of clothes because you can start off the morning in a jacket and jeans and finish off the day in a t-shirt and shorts.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
And my wife and I, we ride motorcycles together, and she works at a bank. So I will usually ride and follow her to and from work. She will get up in the morning. It'll be 40, 50 degrees, and she'll be bundled up. She'll have her D&E jacket with the inserts and everything all in it. And she'll have, you know, thick pants, and she'll, you know, gloves and, you know, the gauntlet, and she's all like tumbled up. I'm sitting next to her in like a motorcycle vest, this shirt, some shorts, you know, no, just shoes with no socks, you know, and she still can't figure out how I can ride to and from work in weather like that and it not bother me. And I'm like, because I've been riding for almost 40 years.
Yeah.
I've gotten so accustomed to it. So
yeah. I rode for about 40 years and had to sell my drone, or had to sell my motorcycle to buy my drone. I had to replace it, so it was stolen. So we sold the motorcycle. But you know what? I rode the motorcycle for the last time. I took it into the dealer. It was 35 Celsius, so that'd be what, 96 degrees Fahrenheit. And I had my motorcycle jacket on, boots, you know, the whole business, and gloves. And I rode in there with a big Dodge Ram pickup about 6 feet off my back fender and thought, I'm not going to miss this. I got there, I was soaked in sweat. Oh, no, that's enough. I've had enough. I'm too old for this.
I had a Honda CB900 custom with 4 exhaust pipes that rumbled, but it was kind of soft. And I rode that for many, many years. It's sitting beside my house, slowly rotting at the moment because it got stuck out there from one of the hurricanes and never got put back up. But the motorcycle I have now is a Yamaha 1600 Roadstar. And the person that I got the motorcycle from was psychotic. I think that he hated human beings with a passion because if there was baffling in those exhaust pipes, it's the absolute bare minimum that you need for legal, justification. Because when I turn my motorcycle on, it shakes the windows of the house. When I ride down the road, cars that are behind me back off about 10 car lengths because the exhaust sound is deafening to them. And I keep telling my wife the reason I ride my motorcycle is because loud pipe saves lives.
Well, if that was true, they'd have them facing forward.
No, see, that's the whole purpose of you looking forward, you know. The pipes protect you from the rear, but anything in the front, that's your business. You got to figure that out yourself.
Yeah. I had an air horn on my bike, a train horn, and I had to put an extra circuit on the battery with its own fuse to run the compressor that ran the air horn.
I want one of those so bad.
Oh,
just to drive my wife nuts.
It was the best. You know, you pull up to a light and somebody not be moving, and you just lay on the air horn, and they'd be looking for a train. You know.
Oh yeah. Well, and the gentleman that had this bike before me, he did put like a car horn on there, so it's exceptionally loud, but it's not that train horn version.
Yeah.
And my wife didn't like that at all, because she got a Kawasaki Ninja 400, and so when she hits the horn on hers, it's like his meep meep.
Yeah.
And so we started calling her motorcycle Roadrunner, which she did not like. And of course, my motorcycle, because of the loud noise, my kids named it Thumper. So
okay.
on the back fender, it has this sticker from the rabbit, from the Bambi show.
Yeah.
And then on the tank, it's got a little sticker on the tank that says Thumper, because that's just what you do. It's just that level of humor.
Mm-hmm.
I had a stuffed Thumper animal on the back of the motorcycle, but I apparently found out later on that guys don't ride with stuffed animals on their motorcycles. And I was like,
come on.
Okay.
God, gotta have a sense of humor,
That was what the sticker was for. The sticker is great. I mean, it is a perfect version of the Disney Thumper rabbit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing
well. We got way off topic.
Well,
it's anything and everything.
What we're trying to do is get our audience to know Jeff Sills better, and we're getting there,
Just hear news stories. We want to hear some jocularity, some real life facts about you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, working the show, many people have already heard many times how I came to be on the show, but working the show was different, because when the show first started, it was Ken and Dana.
Yeah.
And so I had no idea who Dana was when he first started doing the show. I knew that he was a member of a band.
Grammy Award winning.
Yeah, that was the thing. It didn't sink into me what that meant at first. And I remember I watched one of the music videos for the group, and the music was really good, so I went and bought like a couple of the albums and put them up on my phone list where I could sit there and listen to the music, and really started to enjoy the music of the band. Dana, when he would join the show, was very relaxed.
Yep.
I loved working with Dana. He was very witty. He could come up with funny stuff just off the top of his head.
Yeah.
But after a while, he wanted to do other things, and he got real busy with his career. I know that when COVID hit, that pretty much kind of put a kibosh on a lot of stuff. But when Ken was able to convince Kelly to come on, that was a whole new ball of wax, because they had a chemistry from the radio show that you can't pay money for. That's absolute gold.
Yeah.
And watching them on the show was funny. Watching them preparing for the show was even more hilarious, because they would pull jokes on each other left and right, and it was just hilarious watching them poke fun at each other. I loved it. It was great.
Did Ken meet Dana through the radio stuff, or
he met Dana through so he had gone to shoot a video of Johnny Cash's burned out house, and it's on his channel. You can find the video. And as he was there filming the house, and he was going to do some shots around the lake, he bumped into Dana there. And that's how they met, was while he was at a video shoot. And I was watching it because I wanted to see Johnny Cash's house, and I remember this was back when Ken would try to get people to fly his drone. And so he put the goggles and everything on Dana and had him fly his drone, and they chased some poor boat out in the lake, and flew all over the place. But what was really cool was Dana then brought the drone back over and showed the other homes that were there and started pointing out famous people that also lived in the area. That was amazing.
Yeah, no, that'd be
So, but that's to my knowledge, I think that's how they initially met.
good. Now, how did you hook up with Ken?
I was a viewer like the rest of you. I would sit there and watch the shows. I had gone out to my uncle's house one Christmas, and he had a Phantom 2 Vision that I spent pretty much every day taking out and flying, because I had a Dromeda Ominous drone, which was awful. But it had like no control or no sensors, no leveling, nothing, and I thought that was the way I was supposed to fly drones until I saw that Phantom, and I realized, holy crap, I can let go of the stick and it just stays there, and I can move it around, and it was just fun to fly. So I knew at that point the bug was set. I had to get a drone of that caliber, and I started looking to try to figure out what drones were out there that I could look at and that I could afford. And I was watching Billy Kyle and Kelly Green Kelly Shores, and I watched Ken, and I watched a bunch of other YouTubers that did drone reviews, trying to, watch and see if there was a drone out there that I would, enjoy. And the RC Sailors, of course, they did all the little toy drones, which, initially that was what I was going to do. I was going to get like a really advanced toy drone. And then I watched a video that Ken did on the Phantom 3, and I was like, no, that's it right there. Phantom 3 is what I want. So Ken was the reason why I started flying, bigger drones.
Yeah.
And then because I was watching his channel, that's when I caught the first live stream, and I was watching the show. And one afternoon, just for no reason, I was like, I had a bunch of news stories that I had seen about drones, and I thought it'd be cool if they, had some news stories. And so I made a list and I emailed it to kenherron@gmail.com on his YouTube channel. And next thing I know, they started showing up in the show. And Ken and Dana asked me if I would be willing to send them news stories each week. And I was like, sure, so I would send them news stories each week, and Dana would read the news. And then Dana didn't want to do the news anymore. He's like, I just don't want to do the news. And Ken's like, well, why don't we just get Jeff to do the news? And I was like, but I'm not photogenic and probably not the best person to stick on YouTube. And but they said that it would work, and I was like, okay, so I started coming on and doing the news. And I went back and watched the first episode that I ever did the news with Ken, and God, I sucked. I was awful. Do
you remember the number that you were on, Jeff, the first time?
No, not off the top of my head. I would have to go and dig back through there and find it. It was not very far into it, probably a couple of months into the series.
Oh.
But it was awful. I was horrendous. And anything that I do good on the show, I attribute to Ken. He taught me so much about being on YouTube, about presenting your information, how you would speak. The jokes that he would set up, and stuff. It was all about timing. It was all about, being the right person. I was the straight man to his Jerry Lewis. I was the Dean Martin. I was the straight man, and that was the point that he wanted, was that he didn't want me cutting the jokes. He wanted me to have that static reaction to them. And over a period of, God, what is it, 3 years? I've almost gotten really good at it. I can't say that I'm perfect. There are still times that I stumble on shows or say the wrong things or miss a cue, or I start talking about the wrong story and he's got something else queued up.
Yeah.
It's
I know the feeling because when I go back and look at my first episode when I was on, I was pretty cringeworthy there too. And then I look at the one that I sent in for tonight. Well, I'm still cringing.
Yeah, here's the fun part. If you want to have a really interesting moment, go back and look at the first TNL.
Well, I did watch it. Well, all
Yeah,
that
TNL number one, and you're like
problems.
And you're like, oh my God, how did they ever get past number one? You know, and I can tell you that over the years, with the things that Ken has added to the show, and the technology that's been pushed into that show, he is continually working on trying to improve and find better ways to present the information, better technology, better audio, all the time.
That's
you
good.
know, and
because he lost his shit last week or last show.
But the thing is that stuff like that will happen. That's stuff that he can't control.
No.
It's when he was struggling with Wirecast.
Yeah,
that was, I think, probably the most challenging, because you knew that it was the software that was causing the problem.
Yeah,
and Greg was the Wirecast genius. He was the one that convinced Ken to use it. And so every single time that it would break down, we were, Greg, we got to figure this out. And if it was hardware, then I would work on solving it with Ken. But if it was that application or software, that was all Greg,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And well, the hardware.
I have trouble with the technology. I mean, the StreamYard is probably as simple as it gets, right? And I can never get the intro cued. That's almost part of the shtick now.
Just for a quick update here for the contest. Was that 16?
Yeah,
16.
So enter hashtag T-shirt in the chat to win. We've got 37 watching, 27 likes. So we're up there.
Yeah. Yes, you need to have 37 likes for 37 watching. That's the perfect Zen moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how many times we've sitting there watching Ken's show, and what do we win?
He doesn't know. He's the one who designed the T-shirt.
Oh, yeah. So you get what you created. Yeah, that's the thing.
Holy cow, we've got 38 watching. That's a record.
No, when Ken was on, we had like 2,000.
Oh yeah. When Ken's on, but whenever we would sit there and do the show with Ken, I would always be in the chat. So they're going, hey, make sure you hit that like button just to see how many it would jump. Every single time I'd say it, and I would get the likes up to maybe half, or so, because it was just, for some reason, it never could get the likes to be anywhere close to the number of viewers that were watching. It's like that one person sitting there on his cell phone going, this is kind of fun, I guess.
Yeah.
You're killing me, Don. You're killing me.
That's right. Yes, my other co-host. There you go.
Hey.
There's no substitute. Oh, I should probably mention some of the people in the chat. I've got Barkley from 107 Drones. He's another Ken sidekick. Warren from Acarasho. Andy Cortez, who was kind enough to change the lyric to Kelly, Jeff, and Boshart too.
Yeah.
And Art from Artco Drone Solutions. Eat More Possum. John from Flying Flynn Media. Jerry Bauer, our buddy from Ottawa. Jim's Droning, who is our flying buddy at the second to last drone meetup. Lambo Drive Zambo. Don from Mudball Creative. Mike from Night Train. Dominic from Northside Hawk. One Vision Aerial. Captain Ray Kelly. Here I am, number 13, checking in. Stephen Drones. Chris from Sunrise Water Media. Susan Lee. Tammy Jean. Unlimited.
Tammy's in the house.
Yeah.
There you go.
John was with us on our flight on Monday. John from Unlimited Vertical. He was kind enough to pick up all the pieces. I haven't released that video yet of the walk back. And Wayne B, who's also flown with us. So
Yeah, I will give a special shout out. I have watched Tammy's stream after TNL several times, and just wanted to give a shout out. She's doing a great job. I love it. I love the show. It's very, very well done. So keep up the good work.
yeah. Yeah,
You know.
it's great. It's a great watch, and she comes on at 8:00. 8:00 on the alternate Thursdays, and then after Ken's show on the same nights that we're on before Ken.
Yep.
And after this show is Al Duran from Duranify. He comes on from 7 to 8 Eastern. So make sure if you go over there, hashtag Brant Ariel's raid, just so he knows that we're supporting him. So
Well, now to speak about this, I am going to have to get going because I need to start prepping for our show.
okay.
So we have our pre-show that we end up doing, and so I need to get all of my ducks in a row for that. So I appreciate the opportunity to come and sit and talk with you guys. And Boshart, I will tell you that when Ken first brought you on the show, I was like, what in the ever loving hell is this, you know? And the stuff that you did is unbelievably funny. Okay. And incredibly creative. I cannot tell you enough about how blown away we have been with each video and the creativity and the stuff that you come up with. And then, you know, some of the jokes are kind of like, oh yeah, we shouldn't have said that one. That's probably going to get us a strike right there, you know? But you know, I love the energy that you put into it. I love the creativity. Please do not stop.
Thank you.
So
I think you'll like tonight too. Ken's email back to me was, "It's one of your best, Jim." So
yes,
I hope
can't wait.
And I can't wait. I don't get to see only once that I ever get to see them, and that's when your email or something was down, or
computer, internet, my editing program.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we sorted that out. I got to see it beforehand.
Well, Gary, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to come.
Well, thank you for coming on and for for especially with the short notice.
Yeah, the short notice. Thank you so much. And say hi to Ken for me.
I will do so. Absolutely.
Yeah. Send him our regards. And at the end of the show, oh man, you're going to miss it. If you get a chance, tune in to the show right at 7:00 for 4 minutes, because you're in there and Ken does his little thing in our outro every time too. So
excellent. I will do so.
Yeah, you're in the outro. Or play it back on the replay, just the last minute.
Will do.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks again.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
Yeah.
Hey, how about that guy?
How about that guy? He's just full of stories. That's great.
Oh yeah, he's got a plethora of them. That's for sure.
Yeah. I had a whole list of things to ask, and we never got to any of it.
So kind of him to say some nice things about that stupid clown.
No, you know what? That's a highlight of Ken's show, I think. And I think he keeps mixing you up. He puts you at the beginning before the news, and sometimes he waits till the end to keep the viewers in. And yeah. I don't know if I've got one that I can share. Hang on a second. I got a short snippet.
We're up to 23 entries, Gary. Should we roll it?
Oh, wait. Let me show this first. Let me just see if it will go. Oh, hold on. Go back.
Still holding.
I got to go back. Hang on. Okay. Yeah. See how good I am at this technical stuff? Present, share screen, Chrome tab.
Present. Hi, Ron.
Is that showing?
Yeah, it's dark, but it's there.
It's there. It wasn't great video, but
Hey, everybody. Mr. Pottyhead here. Looks like Boshart's drone's in the toilet. Ha! I told him so. Yeah. John from Unlimited Vertical posted his video about the little incident.
oh,
And,
did he?
yeah, the video that he showed was the one that I was wearing the goggles for the ride along, where he crashed, and in the background you can hear the audio of my crash.
Oh no!
Yeah. So
Bummer.
all right, where are we here?
We got 24 entries.
Should we-
Last chance t-shirt, hashtag t-shirt to win. It's a beauty. Extra large.
Extra large is the size. Unfortunately, that's the only one in the warehouse, folks. So if
Graphic.
you're looking for a double XL, triple XL, you're SOL.
Graphics by Mudball Creative. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Survey said the winner is Jerry Bauer, Canada. Yay! Yay!
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, now what we'll do. Where do I do that?
Do what?
What am I doing here?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Oh, I got to go to private chat, and I'm putting in a number between 1 and 50 to win stickers.
Jerry, send me your address through Messenger, and I'll get that out to you tomorrow. Geeks Van, it's not rigged. Wouldn't fit you anyway. Oh my God, I got to look for this?
Yes.
Holy gee whiz cow. Gosh golly.
I see a winner.
Hello, Mike. You got it already?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Way up there. Where are we here?
No, not there. Hold on. I saw it.
Yeah, so did I. Ding, 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 ding.
There you go.
Mike, Night Train,
Train.
FPV.
PV, and I'll send you out some stickers, Mike. Send me your address. I've got the new
Divine Vision.
the third edition sticker, which is different than the first and second edition stickers, which were these ones. Hold on. Got to get the old stickers.
Got to get the old sticker. Off with the old and on with the new.
There's the old sticker. And there's the new and improved new sticker.
Stupid rig game. I know.
And
all the stickers I've been getting, I've been giving to Jordan, and he's been putting them on his amp.
they go on my drone case. Oh, I know. I'm going to stick in these too. I got fridge magnets to match.
Fridge magnets.
Yeah. Well, they don't stick very good. You have to have a magnetic fridge.
Well,
so the wall is getting populated. Yes. We're going to have to get a bigger wall. So, yeah. So, new comments. Let me see. Oh, and Michael from Flies on Drones has joined us. Susan Lee is here. Tell us more about your drone incident.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Well, not much.
Who else would I be talking to?
It crashed, went boom. I cried. You know. Yeah. So when John went and picked up all the pieces, 3.5 of the 4 props were right there. So it couldn't have lost a prop in air because it would have flew off. It was 116 feet in the air. So I can't imagine that a prop flew off or broke.
116 feet.
Yeah, I checked my telemetry on my controller.
That's a long way down.
Yeah, and it bounced pretty good too.
Yeah, I heard the crack. You didn't hit anything, did you? Just,
No, she came straight down.
just the ground.
It was pretty close to the road to get into that conservation area, the little hiking park that was there. And there was grass stuck in the camera. And where the crack was on the body, there was grass stuck in the crack in the battery. Ray, it was my Phantom 4 Pro. It's a mess.
Oh, and Sean from Geeks Vana is here too. And we have a new person in the chat that I just gave him a wrench. How come I can't? Okay, hold on.
Don loves this shirt because it makes the face on the shirt makes the one on his neck 20% better looking.
Mostly drones has joined us in the chat.
Mostly drones. Not all of it, just mostly. It's like me. I've got mostly drone parts.
Yeah. When John came back, I thought he should have a bag or a basket or something to keep all that stuff. Man, it was just in.
Yeah.
How many? If you count up the pieces, how many pieces were there?
Oh God, I don't know. I think the camera was in about 4 pieces. There was one prop still together, and the other ones were in half pieces. Nothing else broke off. Just the camera and the props. But a lot of it's bent and cracked.
Yeah. Now, when I flew there, I was having no luck at all. The flight that I took, remember, my app kept crashing.
Yeah, you went up and behind us. I went up and forward.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I don't know.
I was up there, and the camera was rolling, and I kept getting this message that the app had crashed, and then it would come back, and it would crash, and it would come back. When I looked at the telemetry, it recorded it in the telemetry as 7 flights.
Yeah.
From the
Wayne,
time
I went down like a wet sack of cement.
Yeah. Like a tub of goo.
Tabagoo.
Tabagoo.
The annoying part is, like I say, the video in the SD card, which was still inside the drone, it stopped. The drone was hovering, and the video stopped. It didn't catch any of the tumble. When John brought the drone back to me, which, thank you very much, John. He's having a little feeling sorry for me for my leg. He didn't want me to walk. It was about 158 meters away. And when he brought it back, the battery was still on and engaged. I needed to squeeze it to pull it out so it didn't lose power.
Wow.
Just no clue what went on.
Yeah. No, it was a wild day, that's for sure. And we both had the opportunity to ride along with John. That was kind of neat.
That was my first real flight ride along. That was great.
Yeah, I'd never had FPV goggles on before. I had goggles on a Phantom, the great big ones. But no, it was kind of neat to see what all the hullabaloo is about,
Yeah. But after watching that, I just know I wouldn't have the coordination to get into FPV. Although Christmas is coming along and Jimmy needs a new drone, so I think Santa might be getting him a Nevada.
Oh, hold on. I don't have my hotkey set up. Nevada.
And that'll be Christmas and snow, so I won't be able to fly then either. So I'm just going to have to wait.
Oh, you'll be able to fly in snow.
Yeah, but the
Nevada's waterproof, isn't it?
It'll buff out.
Hair dryer,
So today I bought more American money because that April 1st is coming around pretty quick.
Yes, and you know what? The flights they're not expensive.
That's what you were saying. So
we can get down there and back with luggage. The two of us, my wife and I, are going down for under $600.
Yeah,
Can't beat that. You
I
know,
know.
two flying for that, and $139 for the room. But I think we might spring for the extra $10 and get a suite.
Ooh,
Yeah,
with the jacuzzi.
mm, mm.
Wink,
Never know.
wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more. Say no more.
Never know. Second honeymoon. Know what I mean? Nudge, nudge. Do it, Boshart. You'll be number 56.
Yeah, I'm number one. Don't you forget it.
Yeah. Now, can you get time off in April?
Well, I'm off until January the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as January rolls around, I get 6 new sick days. I think I'm going to be sick on April's Fool.
April's Fool?
April's Fool.
April's Fool. How about
I am a fool. Yeah, I'm not worried about the time off. It's just, yeah, just the plane ride down.
what's wrong with the plane ride down?
You know, I don't do well on big planes. I have to be totally hammered.
You can come to my place, park the car here. We'll take one car to Hamilton Airport, fly down, fly back.
Okay, well then I'll just have to be drunk.
Oh, you could fly. You're fine. You're fine. But you know, for $600, they don't give you any booze. You got to buy all that stuff. You know, the peanuts are for sale.
No, well, I'll be drunk before I get on the plane, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, we can do that. We'll pack some Cuban rum in the car.
The last time I was on a plane, you could buy booze going down to Vegas and use cash.
Oh, no cash anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. That's been a long time since
No.
November 2011 is the last time I was on a big jumbo.
Oh, I see. Mark R. White has joined us, and Max from Max Air 420. Is he buying parts?
Yeah, I offered for $50. He didn't get back to me.
He said $50 for the whole kit and caboodle if you pay the shipping.
Yeah.
But you know, you should be able to ship it cheap. All you have to do is put it in a grocery bag and put a stamp on it, right? You don't have to pack it. It's already in pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get on the plane as Uncle Extra Media. He's not
would they let me wear a costume?
He's not afraid to fly.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mr.
telling dirty jokes to the stewardess.
Mr. Pottyhead is flushed. So, oh man, that's the best. Where are we here?
Well, a lot more planning to do before that date gets here, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I haven't actually booked the flights yet. I'm gonna have to get together with the wife tonight and get the flights done and get the hotel booked before they sell out. You know, but I think it's Flair Airline. Was it Flair? Yeah, I think it's Flair Airlines out of Hamilton. So
Ric Flair.
Yeah. Woo! That's how they fly. Woo! Away they go. Woo! Anyway, oh man, let me just that's the intro we got to get rid of, and the Facebook thing we got to get rid of. See, I'm already trying to set up this. Okay, hold on. I had to redo the outro so that it included Jeff.
From Hamilton to which airport in Florida, John is wondering, and so was I. I think you said Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale, yeah.
And how far away is that from Jensen Beach?
About an hour and a half.
Holy Jesus.
Well, we can hitchhike.
They don't have Uber in Florida?
No, we're going to rent a car.
Well, there you go. Still,
you know,
hour and a half away. That's the closest international airport to Jensen Beach.
Yes.
Why don't they move closer?
I don't know.
Wow.
We could get Matt Cundiff to drive us up. He lives in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh.
You know.
Or we can pick him up and take him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
SFD is the discount code, but you have to phone in. They won't take it on the interwebs.
They won't take what?
The discount code for
Discount code.
okay.
Ryan Gator.
I'm going up there with that.
There you go, up there. Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be smooth tonight, man.
You think so?
Yeah. Okay.
Are we wagering money on it?
We're done.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Did we gave away the stickers? Did we give away the shirt? Yeah, we
gave away the shirt. Jerry Bauer won it, but he hasn't texted me his address, or has he?
Mike sent me his address, so I've got a sticker winner to mail out.
Yeah, no, I do have it, Jerry. Thank you.
Okay. Shut up. The show's over.
Okay.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. It was a great show. Mark R. White has joined us, or did I already say that? And with that, just remember, be kind. We've oh Jesus. Here, I gotta share the screen. Oh, I thought, you know what? I said this was gonna be smooth. I jinxed it, right? All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Special thanks to everybody that stuck around to the end of the show of the hour before TNL. All 2,417 of you.